So we have got a lot to cover today, so we're going to hop right into it. Welcome to Build It with Chris. If you haven't already picked up on the vibe, this is a family call for us here at Mortgage Marketing Animals, and we have extended this outside of customers of the loan officer CRM. Because some of the feedback that we were getting is that what we're doing inside the CRM is super helpful for everybody in the community to even take and look at how you can apply it to your CRM or even just building technology. We've done classes on how to run Facebook ads, and it's not conceptual. 95% of the presentations that you go to are pre-done slide decks, and it's easy for somebody to go through slides. It's a lot more difficult to actually go on the platform and build it. And so Build It with Chris is me sharing my screen and making mistakes, going, not necessarily mistakes, but like things mess up. And that's technology. And everybody makes it look easy. And this call is so that we as a community can be here and see that even, the techie guys, for lack of a better phrase, we still struggle with it. It still can be complicated. So it's to show you what actually happens behind the scenes in order to make this stuff work and to make it successful and to properly implement technology in your mortgage business. So this is designed to be very informal. This is not a formal presentation. Again, many of us, the OGs here, Todd, Scott, Jeff, Vicky, great to see you on the call, by the way. Vicky's amazing. So I'll digress for just a second here. So Vicky has generated a whole bunch of amazing 5-star ratings and reviews on her Google business profile because she does such a phenomenal job with her clients. And so one of our account managers actually shouted her out on our team meeting. They're like, we're working with Vicky. She is amazing. Look at all these 5-star ratings and reviews. So Vicky, I went to go get the ratings and reviews and I got wrapped up in your Facebook profile. And there is a photo of you and I believe your significant other on top of the hood of like a pink Cadillac Eldorado. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a bar here in town, and that's what they have out front. So
Well, you and I believe your significant other are just like beaming and glowing in that photo. You guys are just like the funnest, coolest people. So I'm honored to have you on the call.
thank you.
Awesome. So that Build It with Chris, very informal. Okay. So unmute your microphone at any time, ask any questions at any point. We're here to give you as much value as we possibly can. No question you can't ask, and I promise I'm going to mess up at some point, and that's kind of the point of the call. So let's get going because we have a phenomenal topic for today. This may be the most impactful topic when it comes to converting leads, converting conversations from your database, and converting conversations with your real estate referral partners. What we are going to build today is an AI chatbot, or what's known as conversational AI inside your system. So we're actually going to build an AI engine that does your communication for you. I'm going to show you how to set the whole thing up, and then I'm going to show you how to add it to a workflow so that you can apply it to all the different aspects of your business. Now, we are going to build this thing together inside the loan officer CRM. Okay. So this is the application. And if you go to loanofficercrm.ai, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in loan officer CRM. And you can see here, #1 spot, not an ad, organically placed, even though we're only, I believe, 6 months in on this domain as this website. We're #1 on Google for Loan Officer CRM. Loanofficercrm.ai. The program is $297 a month. It includes Redder access for your qualified agents, all the amazing things. So for those of you on the call, That's what we're building in. Yes, you can take these and apply them to other CRMs, but what we're doing here today is specific to our system. And if you'd like more information, loanofficercrm.ai, or you can reach out to the team in the chat, and they're happy to get you on a one-on-one call with one of our team, and they can walk you through it. For all of our OGs, I apologize, but we've got a lot of people here that may not be on the CRM. So I just wanted to make sure that that's up front so we don't get a whole bunch of questions of like, what is this? What platform is this? All that stuff. Let's get to it. Yes,
Do you guys do anything like with SEO?
we do. So we have SEO as a service that we do, where we will rank you on the front page of Google in the map placement. But it's so much more than that because we are
Right.
the mortgage marketing animals. We do the SEO for you. We give you the CRM for free as part of that program. And then you actually get paired with a success coach that runs the CRM for you, and they will launch out your database activator for you. So you get your database, give it to us, we build and launch the campaign. We do that to help you get 5-star ratings and reviews, but also to generate inbound referrals from your database. And then the other thing that we do with you is inside the CRM, there's the qualified partner list. So if you click on this menu bar down here in the bottom left-hand corner, this is Redder. So we've partnered with Redder. You can go in here and we include 300 qualified real estate agents per month. So we'll search for a market here, but you can search any market, pick out your qualified agents, and then import them into the CRM right from Redder. And there's a year-long workflow that reaches out to book you appointments with qualified agents. Your success coach runs the whole thing for you. So we rank you on Google, do your database marketing, and do the marketing to the qualified agents. We do it all with you as part of that program.
Interesting. Hey,
yeah.
Chris, quick question about
Thank you.
that.
Julia will have a team member reach out to you if you want to go through a demo and get more information on the program. Full transparency, it's $2,000 a month, but we guarantee the program. We've got an outrageous guarantee on it. So no pressure. This is not a sales pitch, but we'll have the team reach out to you and get you some more information.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Cool. Sorry, was that Colin in the background that was asking that question?
Yes, it
Awesome.
was.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Yeah, on our on our LOCRM, we don't have that link for the qualified partner list. How do I get that? Like, there's not even a link to click on.
Sweet. Okay, so we've got you. So
Okay.
Ben and
We'll get you hooked up
Sounds good. Thank you, Ben.
anytime.
awesome. Thank you so much, Colin. We've got you. All right. Let's get into AI. So we need to unpack this a little bit. I'll show you the tool and we'll unpack it so that everybody understands what it is. So for those of you in the Loan Officer CRM, on the left-hand side, we're going to go all the way down to settings inside your account. So we're going to click on settings inside the account. And then inside the settings, underneath business services, you're going to see this new menu bar that's popped up here called Conversation AI. So Conversation AI, but we are in settings. So you've got to get into the settings inside the Loan Officer CRM and then Conversation AI here on the left-hand side. So the first thing that you're going to see here is bot settings, bot trial, bot training, and then configure intents. And what these are is kind of the least amount of options that we could possibly give in order to train the artificial intelligence. What this is an AI engine that has conversations for you as conversations come into the CRM. So if you were on Breakfast Club this morning or you've seen, many other presentations, we all know speed to lead is the thing that converts leads. Carl's stat from the presentation this morning and some other great presentations that we've done this week, it's 79% of people do business with the first loan officer that they talk to. So and I believe that translates across referrals that come from your database, new qualified agents that reach back out to you from the outreach that we're doing to the qualified agents. If somebody reaches out to you and they have to wait hours, let's be honest, sometimes days, to hear back, because like we're busy, right? Especially in the mortgage business. But if that is the experience that we provide to these people, we're going to lose those opportunities. So this conversation AI was built and designed so that when somebody asks a question via email, and I'll click on here. So it can be an Instagram DM, a Facebook DM, a text message, a chat widget on your website or live chat, or at the end of the call, this can also respond to emails for you. So any inbound message that comes in from a workflow, this AI kicks in and starts to have the conversation on your behalf and can actually book appointments with people on your calendar automatically. So the reason why is so that there is an instant conversation that's happening between you and the lead.
Chris,
Now-
can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Is this going to, is at any point ever going to be able to do it on Google as well?
So we used to have Google Business Profiles as an option. They have changed we can't connect to it anymore. So currently Google is not an option. They're going through a massive overhaul with Google Business Pages right now, which is great for us, especially those in the SEO program. But it's changed a lot of the functionality because they're actually moving it over to a new engine. So a lot of the stuff that used to work broke. And that's one of those features. Do I think it'll come back in the future? Yes. Can we connect to it now? No. That was a great question. Okay. So the engine is here to have the conversation so that the 79% feel like they're having a conversation, they're getting answers to their questions so that they don't go shop somewhere else. They feel like you've responded instantly. But what it's really designed to do is to notify you that there's a conversation happening so that you can take over from the AI and actually have the personalized conversation with the person. So yes, the AI can have a full conversation and book an appointment for you, but that's not ultimately what we're trying to get to. We're not trying to make it so that you never have to have a conversation ever again. We're just trying to make it so that that conversation doesn't end up going to another loan officer. They stay with you, and it gives you the time that you need to pick up the conversation and continue to convert the lead. Everybody with me so far? Awesome. So inside the conversation AI, there are 3 modes. So you can have it off while you're building it, training it, working with it. Then you can put it into suggestive mode. And what happens in suggestive mode is it will write the messages for you, but then you have to approve them. So if you put this thing into suggestive mode and somebody starts having a conversation with you, let's just say via text message, in the conversation flow, the message will pop up, but you'll have to click approve to send the message. So the AI is just suggesting the message, but you have to be inside the CRM to click the button to send it. And that's a safety net for you because it can be scary to turn the AI on and just let this thing have conversations on your behalf, right? I get it. In our account inside Connection Incorporated, ours is fully on, fully running, has been for, I believe, over 3 months now. And as I show you how this tool learns, you'll see how we were able to get to that point. And, I would say 95% of the responses that come from the AI are like spot on, just absolutely fantastic. And then the other 5% gives us an opportunity to train it so it gets even better every time. So my recommendation, you put it into suggestive mode, have friends, family members, coworkers send messages into this thing, train it so that you're comfortable with the conversations that are coming back and forth, and then you turn it into autopilot mode where it just automatically sends the messages to people that are having conversations with your CRM. So under advanced settings, you want to put your business name in here. This is just your business name, your name / business name. And then these are the autopilot mode settings. So when you go into autopilot up here, these settings give you a delay. So wait time before responding. If you want it to be instant, it can be instant. We want ours to feel almost like it's a real person, a little bit conversational. We always tell people it's AI. We even have in the training document that I'm going to share with you a little prompt that says, if somebody asks you if you're an AI, say yes. And, you know, I am the AI assistant to Chris Johnstone at Loan Officer CRM. So it will identify itself as AI, but we put a 3-second delay in there here so that it looks like it is a human taking time to actually write the responses that go back to the person. Maximum messages a bot can send to a contact. It will get to a limit. You can set this to be whatever you want, but again, this is here because we didn't want to design this thing to fully take away the conversations, just to give you time to enter the conversation and actually convert the lead. We've found that most conversations don't go past like 8 or 9 responses back and forth. So we have ours set at 15, and most conversations don't make the distance. But again, if you want to increase that, you can make that as many responses as you want inside the system. And then send bot to sleep when I send messages manually or through workflow. So the bot itself will actually ping somebody if it's in a conversation with them. So let's say you've got, like for a use case, let's say you put on Facebook, hey, real estate agents, if you've got somebody at your open house this weekend that wants a quick approval, send them my text number. You put your text number out there so people can text your AI. So you're offering a free mortgage approval to your real estate agents, and to your real estate agents, you're just saying, hey, if you come across somebody that wants to, you want to find out if they're a qualified borrower, give them this text number. My text will help qualify this person, right? Well, if the bot has a conversation with somebody and they fall off, after 20 minutes, it'll reach out and be like, hey, you still there? Any questions? And it will continue to follow up with the lead. So this is to shut it off. So we say, hey, if you've been in a conversation with somebody and they haven't responded in 2 hours, shut off. And then you can set them to go into a workflow, or you manually follow up. But what it's also set up is that if somebody, when you manually message the person, the bot shuts off. So there's not 2 people trying to talk to somebody at the same time. Everybody with me so far? Right on, right on. And then this is our usage. So per response, we are 2 cents per usage. The reason why is we're leveraging the most recent version of ChatGPT to write and send these messages on your behalf. And that is our cost to OpenAI to actually have the messages flow through. If you get one of these up and running and you're just crushing leads through it, or responses from your database marketing or your realtors, you can upgrade to an unlimited plan for $49 a month, and that includes all of your usage. So those are the settings to set up the bot inside your CRM. This next menu item is the bot trial,
Hey,
where
Chris.
you can go in.
Jeff
Yes,
Andrew here.
Jeff.
Hey, how are you? Did I miss something on training the bot?
We're going to get to that.
Oh, okay, great. Okay.
Yep. So those are just your basic settings. Think of those as we're putting the guardrails in. If we're bowling, we've got the bumpers in the lane there for you. Awesome. And great to see you on the call, brother. So next up is the trial. So once you're done training it and you want to play with it, this is where you go. So you go to the bot trial and you can just start putting in messages, pretending that you're a client, customer, realtor, whatever it is. You send messages to it and you will see the responses that are coming back from the AI so that you can quality control it and check it and make sure that you're happy with the training that you've done with it. Next up is configure intents. So I've skipped over one here because we want to train the bot at the end, because that's the majority of the heavy lifting that we have to do here. But configure intents. This was very interesting because what we originally built the bot to do was to book appointments. So it was designed the way that we wanted to use it was to support our concierge agents that are making phone calls all day long in the mortgage business to talk to past customers and to talk to realtors. Well, sometimes they're working 3 or 4 conversations simultaneously. So we wanted the AI to be able to pick up that conversation and book an appointment and help the concierge while they were actually managing the system. Come to find out, once we started beta testing this with some of our users on the CRM, they really wanted it to just do general question and answer. A lot of people would just come in, ask a question. Didn't really make sense for the bot to be asking, would you like to book a call? Can I put you on the calendar? So we have this support and general question and answer section. And if you enable this, all it's basically doing is saying to the AI, don't try and book an appointment all of the time. Just answer somebody's questions. There's a prompt in here that you can tell it what you want to do Q&A on. So who is your bot? What is the goal of the bot? And then anything else that your bot should know. This is all pre-filled for you. This is all built by us, already loaded into your account. You don't have to change this at all. But if you want to customize it, you can, but we've already built everything for you. It's already in there, okay? So that is the prompt for the Q&A. And then the appointment booking, which is the part that I love, if you keep this on, the AI connects to the calendar inside the CRM. So you've already all gone through the calendar settings. Your success coach helped set this up or set this up for you. That calendar that's connected to your CRM, this conversation AI can read your calendar. So it knows what dates and times you have available for an appointment. So if you leave this appointment booking part of the conversation AI on, and somebody says, hey, can I book an appointment? The AI can respond back, absolutely. Do you have time today at 4 p.m.? Because it's already gone to your calendar, seen that the 4 p.m. slot is available, and it's able to conversationally offer the appointment to the person. Again, via text message, Facebook Messenger message, whatever it is. If that person says yes, again, the AI is part of the CRM. So it's able to take their name, their phone number, their email address, move all of that information into the appointment slot on your calendar and book the appointment in your calendar, and all that information automatically shows up in your calendar. The AI has booked the appointment conversationally. So there's no calendar link that gets sent out. It's literally having a conversation just like an assistant would of, and it's amazing because it's able to have a conversation of, does today at 4 o'clock work? The client says, no, how about tomorrow at 2? It's smart enough to go and look tomorrow at 2 o'clock, is it available? If not, it says, unfortunately, tomorrow at 2 o'clock is unavailable. What about 3? And it works your calendar and conversationally books the appointment. When you see that happen for the first time, automatically in a conversation thread, that was one of the aha moments that I had with artificial intelligence. I was like, it's smart enough to understand a decline on a time and rebook a calendar appointment automatically. This is incredible. So that appointment booking tool that's built right into the AI, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to set it all up, it's all set up for you. Very powerful to have inside the system. So that's our settings, the intent, and how to test it. Now we're going to train it. And this is where the heavy lifting is done. But again, one of those moments where, Jeff, I think you're really going to like this part of it, because you start to understand how powerful of a tool this can become in your business. So to train your bot, you very quickly just need to understand how it works. And this is just how my brain works. If I know how a process works, it's a whole lot easier for me to use the tool, right? Some of you may not need this information, but it's good for you to have. So what's happening here is all of the conversations are actually being done by ChatGPT. So the latest version of ChatGPT, ChatGPT 4.0, when a conversation comes in, that conversation is being sent to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is writing the response, sending it back into the CRM, and that's what's generating the response. Everybody with me so far? So conversation comes into the CRM, gets sent to ChatGPT. ChatGPT sends a response, puts it back into the CRM to send it to the client. Everybody with me so far? Thumbs up? Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. All right, cool. Looking good. What we've done here in bot training is we pass this information along with any conversation so that ChatGPT understands who you and your business is, so that you don't get a generic ChatGPT response. You get a response with your custom version of ChatGPT. So you train it who you are, where you work, your scripts for how you work with your customers. So you turn ChatGPT into your perfectly trained assistant who never forgets anything, is 24/7 available, and always gives the best response because you've trained it. So everybody with me on that? We've got this little middle segment, which is this screen right here, which customizes the responses. So ChatGPT basically talks like you. All right, cool. So here we go. The first tool that we have built here is a web crawler. So this web crawler, you can take an exact URL, all URLs with the path, or all URLs in this domain. You can put that URL in here and then click Get Data. Your CRM and the AI that's inside of it will go to that link, learn everything that's on that page or on that website, and then that is in its brain so that it always has that knowledge. So that's how you're customizing it to ChatGPT. So imagine for a moment, and this is a conceptual example, but imagine that you have a real-time rate feed that shows up on a website somewhere. Well, you can take the link to that domain, punch it in here, and if somebody asks a rough question on rates, we've trained ours to never give a rate response, but it can give range, right? Well, it can look at your rate feed and give a range. Think about guidelines, right? If you look at the uploaded links that I've got here, we have actually sent it out and trained it on the USDA guidelines, VA guidelines, FHA guidelines, FHA loan requirements, the FNMA selling guide, so Fannie and Freddie, and then our internal handbook for our standards of service, how we talk to people, best practices. So now all of a sudden it has all of this information available to it when it's getting asked questions. you've customized it as you. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go bot training, go to not exact URL, but all URLs within this domain, and punch your website in here. Give it your website address so it can learn who you are, where are you located, all those wonderful things. So the first thing you want is your website address. Then you want to give it your social media addresses. So facebook.com / Jeff Younger, or Jeff, whatever your Facebook profile is. Any social media network where you're active and you're posting and you're putting content out there, you should have the exact URL of your social media in the CRM or in the AI inside your CRM, so that it learns about you, because it learns how you write. It learns all of the amazing tips that you've given over the years in your content, and it can reference that information. So let's say you spent a month educating people on how to increase their credit score. You did that 2 years ago. Well, if somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm looking to increase my credit score, any tips? Yeah, here's a Facebook post that I put out. This will really help you. It can actually reference the information from your social media and send a link to the post back to the person who's asked the question about the topic. Everybody with me so far? Anybody know of a personal assistant that would be that knowledgeable on past content?
Really quick question. I'm trying to do that right now, and it's saying the mention page is restricted from crawling. Is that a setting I need to go into Facebook and Instagram to change Facebook and Instagram?
That might be a setting on our side of things. We do have a workaround for that, Erica, and the team will reach out to you and help you with that. Awesome. Right on. Now, the other thing that I absolutely love, Drew, I see your hand. I'll just finish this point and then I got you, brother. So this is a Google document link. Okay. You can take a Google Doc and upload the Google document and it will read the Google document. So what I've done is you can see down here, all of these Q&A that we've got pre-programmed into the CRM. So we did this amazing thing where our community came together inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals and we said, hey, what are the most frequently asked questions that you get in your mortgage business? When you have a new borrower that comes in, what are the most frequently asked questions that you get? And we had a great Facebook conversation of everybody posting their most frequently asked questions. Well, we took those and gave them to the team at Success Mortgage Partners, and they came back with some answers for us, some really good, well-scripted answers, and then we put them all together. So the way that this AI tool works is every time somebody asks it a question and it identifies it as a question, it keeps it in this list. So this list is constantly updating as people are interacting with the bot. And you can see here, what is the highest I can get pre-approved for? Well, here's the answer that the AI is going to use to answer the question. And the really interesting thing about this is it won't be exactly word for word. It will be very close, but the AI actually modifies it a little bit, just based on languaging to make it a little bit more clear, a little bit easier to understand. So if you don't like a response that the AI has come back with, or you don't like a response that we have in the scripting document that I'm about to give you that makes this super easy to implement, if you want to change the response that the AI gives, you just look at the question, click this little pencil icon in the bottom right-hand corner that says edit, and then you write the response the way that you want it to be answered. Because your response to a down payment question might be a little bit different than somebody else's. So you come in here, update how you want the response to be done, click save, and you just trained your AI. So we've discovered, come to find out, your database and your qualified agents, and even really new mortgage leads, they're all asking the same questions over and over and over again. There might be 10 total questions that get asked over and over and over again. Once you've gone through and you've programmed this conversational AI with how you want your responses to those questions, you can put this thing into autopilot mode and it does a phenomenal job for it. So Drew, don't worry, brother. I'm almost there, but I want to give away one amazing thing to our members. So all of those questions that you just saw inside the CRM. What's the highest I can get pre-approved for? What are escrows? Do you have to run my credit? See this button here that says Add Q&A? Erica, did you get it? Did you get, yes, awesome. We have a brand new puppy, and one of the favorite things for the dog to do is to chase flies around the house. So like I'll actually leave the back door open a little bit. And anyways, I digress. That's awesome. So there's this button that says Add Q&A. So if you get the same question over and over again, you click Add Q&A, you click on the question, what is your phone number? Right? Then you click in the answer. Thanks for asking. We are looking forward to chatting with you. Our number is, then you click save. And now anytime anybody asks the question, the AI has the response. But if you were to take all of these most frequently asked questions, you got to write out the question, you got to write out the answer. Well, your boy Chris and our team here at Loan Officer CRM, we've got you. For members, we've created this document. You'll notice it's a Google document, Conversation AI questions and answers, and all of the questions and all of the answers are already in this document. So all you have to do is you click on share, you copy the link, come back to your CRM. I want to learn everything that's in that Google document. So I'm going to paste it right here and I'm going to click get data. And we've just trained all of that pre-done Q&A into your CRM without you having to fill out a single form field. You just read the document, make sure the document is the way that you like it. And you can see all I did was paste that and it's now learning off of that document. So if you think for a second about all of the different places online that have phenomenal information that you would give to your clients because it is good quality information, you can train your AI with those resources. So there's a little tip there for you. So that is conversational AI. That's the new conversation AI tool and how to set it up. Let's pop into some Q&A. Drew, thank you for your patience, brother. I appreciate you, and it's great to have you on the call. Haircut's looking fresh, and how can I help you?
Thanks. I officiated a wedding over the weekend. It was kind of necessary.
Nice.
I was hoping for, well, to ask what you just asked. What if the website that you're looking to access is behind like either a paywall or a sign-in thing? Like, what if I wanted to access something specifically off MBS Highway? Is it still going to get there?
So, man, MBS's Highway is great. Great group of people over there. I'm just, we're good friends. So, we always want to be cool. If there is a specific article or something that you really want to reference, what I would do is I would take that information and put it into a Google document and then upload the link to the Google document to the AI. So it has the knowledge, but you're not taking like all of the information from that source.
I got you. Okay. The other thing is that you have under the enter domain portion on the web crawler concept, you have three different options, all URL in this domain, this exact domain. And it seems like the exact uses of that might be a little ambiguous and hard to kind of decipher out. Could you kind of expand on what it is that you would use each of those for?
Yes, absolutely, and great question. So, exact URL is just that specific page itself. So think of it like if you're going to say, let's say you've got you want to train it on your page that has all your ratings and reviews on it, and that's on your corporate site. Well, you don't want to connect all of the information of all the other loan officers in your company to your AI. You only want your specific profile page in there. So you would navigate to your profile page, grab that domain, and put that in there. And it's not going to learn the whole website of your company. It's only going to learn the exact page of you and your brand. So that's an example of an exact URL. All URLs with the path, that is, okay, let's not explain domain paths because I don't want to put half of you to sleep and the other half just courteously not falling asleep. But a domain path is essentially like, it's like file folders on your computer. Whatever folder you're in, it will learn all of the things in that folder, but it won't learn everything on your computer. So think of that as like a folder setting. It'll learn everything that's in the folder. Did that make sense?
Yeah, so you're saying kind of like if you were to, since we're on Google Docs, right? You've got a file in Google Docs, it would learn this one, this one, this one, and this one, but not like everything on that. So got
Exactly.
it.
And then the final is all URLs in this domain. So you would put a domain in there and it'll learn the whole website. It'll scrape every page, every article, every single thing that's on that website and have all of that in its knowledge base, which I don't recommend. The more information you give it, you might think intuitively like, oh, the more I give it, the better it's going to be. It's actually kind of the opposite. It's like the whole, maybe it was Bruce Lee, but there's a quote out there. It's like the mastery is making something the least it can be. That's how you want to look at training your AI. You want to give it the most specific information that you possibly can, not the most amount of information, because it gets weird if you load it up too much.
So then if you wanted it to have like your entire website though and access all of that, all the blog posts and all of the stuff that you've done, that's a good place for that though, right?
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I had exact URL and to my website, and I'm like, well, gee, great. It has this one exact page and nothing more.
Yep.
That's the only reason why I wanted to like extrapolate on that a little bit.
That's awesome. And great use case. Yes, it should learn your whole website. Absolutely. Cool. All right, Todd. What's
Hey,
up, brother?
Chris. So with this chat bot, I guess, is this going to be, so I've got 10 different phone numbers in the CRM. So will it be only for like my default number, or will it be for, can I assign it to certain numbers? Can I have different information for different numbers?
So amazing question. So it applies to all phone numbers. So all the
Okay.
phone numbers in your account the conversation AI can take those text messages from each of those phone numbers and respond back to them. And you see that in the conversation thread as the conversations are actually happening.
Okay, so if I get a text coming in to one of these special numbers I have in the CRM, but those are being forwarded to my personal cell phone, will the AI answer? Like I want the AI to answer, and I don't want to answer it. So would I need to disable the forwarding, or is that not the
No,
way to
that's
look at it?
okay. It's it will still work with the forwarding enabled. because when you respond after the message has been forwarded to your phone, it comes from the other phone number, not the phone number that's inside the system. So the thing that you need to watch out for is the conversation AI might still be having have a conversation with that prospect, because when you respond with your cell phone, it's a new conversation.
Mm,
It's a new text message to that person.
okay.
Hey, it's Todd responding back to your message. Sorry, I'm using my other phone. But the conversation AI could still be in that other conversation, having the conversation with that prospect. So you still need to go into the CRM and monitor the conversation that's happening.
Okay. And then this may be for another time, maybe somebody else on your team can answer, but I would like to get all of the 2,500 realtors that I have in my CRM downloaded to my cell phone so that I
Yep.
know who it is that's calling me. Do you guys have an article or somebody can reach out to me on how to do that?
So that is a great idea for an article. I can have the team reach out. Basically, you would just export it and then import it to your phone or import it to your contacts,
Okay.
and then update that. But I'll have the team reach out to you. They'll be
Awesome. Thank you.
yeah. Chances are they'll have to learn along with you, but we got you.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right, cool. Next up, everything kind of got mixed up here. They all moved around, but I'm gonna pick Kyle because Kyle, brother, it is great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Kyle is an OG of the group. When we first started Build It with Chris, he was on the first call, and I appreciate you, brother. How you been?
Man, good to see you. I'm actually appreciate all this. And actually, Todd, just so you're aware to answer your last question there, you can actually turn on two-way sync with your email, and then you can turn on two-way sync from your email to your phone. So you have to do some change some settings in your phone and change some settings in your email. You can actually set that up so that like every time I add a customer to my phone, they go into my email and then they also go into my CRM. If I add a realtor, same thing. If I add a realtor to my email, it will put them in my phone and it'll also put them into my contacts in CRM. So I've got it all in one place. Every time I do one update, it makes the update everywhere. And I would actually encourage you to just ask ChatGPT how to do it. And then, when you start doing it, you're like, hey, I've got an Apple phone and I'm seeing these settings. What do I do? It'll tell you, and it'll like, hey, I don't see that setting in number 3. It'll tell you what you might see instead, and it works. It's amazing. So that's what I would
That,
recommend.
that's awesome, Kyle. Thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. And Chris, so my big question is not necessarily about this. I love this. I actually came across, we actually printed out the list and we went through and edited all of it a while back. And I couldn't remember why I made this list and why we edited these. And I couldn't remember where they go. So thank you for today. This is helpful because now I know I need to put them in there. So I'll just upload those to a Google Doc. My question is, number one, you kind of briefly touched on the Google Docs and how that's all changing. I got an email from Squarespace saying you need to update your Google Docs because there's things changing. I know you don't like two-part questions, but I'm gonna ask you a two-part question. One is
Right.
what is going on with Google Docs and what are they changing? And two is, as a greater overall question or greater overall mindset, OpenAI is in the news a lot, and I'm not really enjoying why they're in the news. They've been doing some, just there's a lot of top stuff, a lot of concerns about safety and that kind of stuff that they're in the news for. Is there something you guys can do to switch if it gets out of control to switch over to Google or Anthropic, or which, by the way, Anthropic today just dropped their image creator for free. So if you guys don't pay for ChatGPT, go check out Claude.ai and you can get
Absolutely.
image generation for free. Anyways, I'll shut up now.
No, that's amazing. So yes, Claude is amazing, and I've been talking since 8:30 this morning, so I haven't even had a chance to pop in and take a look at that, but I am very much looking forward to it. Okay, two-part question. First was with Google and all of the changes that are going on. Google's doing a big upgrade in different departments, it seems like. I don't know what's behind it, but pretty much any system that's connected to a third-party system that uses a Google tool is having to be reauthorized, essentially. And it seems to be across like the entire suite of products. Why, I don't know. I'm assuming big upgrades are coming and some new features are going to be, but that's all hearsay. I don't really know. So not an expert on that, not going to speak to it. The other thing with AI, so yes, there are some phenomenal other engines in there. the reason that we're using ChatGPT is because it's the easiest to integrate with on the back end. It is also the most cost efficient on the back end to run a platform like ours by a long margin. And so that decision is actually made with you, our user, in mind. At 2 cents a message, to use a different platform, it's 10 cents a message. Well, send 1,000 messages, it adds up. So it was made with the best user experience. And they're also, there are some great updates coming out, but when GPT-5 comes out, it's going to be another huge game changer. We truly believe that we're with the 900-pound gorilla in the industry. Do I agree with everything that they do? But no, man, I don't disagree. I don't agree with everything that Google does, to be quite honest. But we're having automated conversations with top performing realtors that are booking appointments on our clients' calendars automatically without people. So yeah, there's a little bit of a mess in the back with what's happened with these big tech companies. But if you can meet with 2 new qualified realtors a week and half of those appointments can come in automatically, that's something that I'm willing to have running in my business for the short term until the rest of it shakes down. So Kyle, hopefully that answers your questions. And again, brother, great to have you on the call. And quick tip for you. That printed document that you have with all the answers and everything on it, ChatGPT, open up the camera app, just snap photos of each of the pages, ask it to turn it into a doc for you. That way you don't have to type it. It'll just automatically turn it into text from the images.
I did that already. Yep, it works out beautifully. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Sweet.
Thanks,
Right
man.
on. Next up is Golf, my Tampa brother. How you doing?
Hey there. So my question is, with the CRM, that for the 297 plan, I just want to make sure, everything's white labeled with all the snaps already there? Once you
That is correct. And it includes the access to Redder, the qualified agents. Redder itself, the real estate data platform, it's $199 a month if you just go buy it retail. We include it in the CRM for free, and the CRM's only $297 a month. So if plus we have a video marketing tool in there that is unique to us. We custom built it and coded it, and think of it like another amazing company, but think of it like BombBomb, where you can just go into the CRM, click the record a video button, your webcam turns on, you record your message, and you can then blast that out via text or email to your qualified agents or your database, or even a one-to-one conversation with a contact. The video marketing tool is built right into it. And we figure that saves people about another $100 a month in another tool that they wouldn't have to do. And then the third big one, even though there's some more, I'll stop at this because I'm not trying to, it's not a sales pitch, but it includes a power dialer. And the power dialer is massive because if you run these automated campaigns, that's great. But if you run the automated campaigns and set the power dialer to fill up automatically as you're working the contacts, and then you go click the power dialer button and you call these people, you will easily double the amount of conversations, double the amount of appointments, double the results that you get from it. Not an income claim, but tends to be, if we make our phone calls, we get a lot better results. And that power dialer is built right into the system as well. So if you're paying for a system like a phone burner or something like that, it replaces that tool as well. So we've had members come back to us and be like, I'm actually saving money by being on the loan officer CRM because I canceled all these other services. So
okay, so then you also said that because I have high level now, so that I would get support for someone that can help me do that transition.
Yeah, so you actually get assigned a dedicated success coach, and we have a number of them here on the calls with us. So Justin, Ben, Sachin, our team is here and available for you. So you get 3 one-on-one 1-hour calls to go through the setup process with you. And then from that point, you're able to book with them. But we also kind of have like a first in line system where if you have something you need support with, you can register with us and we'll get somebody on the phone with you shortly. That's only for like really difficult problems because we also run 4 hours of office hour calls every single day. So at any point, you can pop into any of those meetings, and one of our success coaches is there. You pop in, ask your question. You know, we take over your screen, click the buttons that need to be clicked, get you on your way. But you've got dedicated support. There's 4 hours of calls, 5 days a week, and you get a success coach.
So no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. And great to have you on the call, Golf. I guess I wouldn't be doing a very good job if I didn't tell you where to go. So it's loanofficercrm.ai. So loanofficercrm.ai. Click the button, and it's a 30-day free trial. Not free trial. It's a 30-day guarantee. So if you get in, you don't like it for any reason within the first 30 days, we'll give you 100% of your money back. So it's like you basically kick the tires for 30 days. So thanks for the question, Golf. Colin, what's up, brother?
Yeah, real quick, when you're doing the bot training and let's say you already have like a ton of question and answers already in there, and you upload new ones and there's similar questions, is it going to change them or does it add it next to it? How does that work?
So it adds it underneath, and contextually, the AI is actually smart enough to basically combine them.
So we don't have to go like combine them ourselves or whatever?
No.
Awesome. Okay.
As long as you're happy with both responses, because it
Yeah.
will rotate. Sometimes it'll pick one and sometimes it'll pick the other, but as long as you're okay with both of them, you're good to go.
Oh, okay. So we can add multiple responses and it
Yep.
will pick and choose.
That's right.
Does it pick and choose based on like language that the other person's using, or do you know how that works?
I do not know how it works.
Okay.
How do it work? I don't know, but man,
do
it
we
works. Yeah, that's right.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Great to have you here. Mike, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Chris. How are you?
Fantastic.
Hey, so on the conversational AI bot questions, at the end of it, last 2 pages is a prompt for training the bot. Could you go over that and how should we edit that? Because I've never done any prompting.
Cool. Welcome. And man, you are about to learn a skill set that can be super powerful over time. Okay, so give me just a second here. Actually, rather than going line by line on that, I think conceptually, to understand why it's there and what it does is probably more valuable for you.
Oh.
So when you're training an AI, think of it like hiring a new employee in your business. And when you hire an employee, some of them are designed for marketing, some of them are designed for sales, some of your employees are underwriters. If you just hire an employee, sit them in a desk and be like, do your job, it doesn't know what to do. AI is the same. When you open a new conversation with AI, you can tell it, I want you to be a Harvard educated MBA level executive assistant that analyzes my financials. All of a sudden, ChatGPT isn't this like mass anomalous thing. It is an MBA educated finance. So it will take every question that you ask it after that point and put it through the lens of the role that it's supposed to play. So the prompt at the bottom of the document is there so that the AI understands I'm in the mortgage industry, I'm working for a loan officer, my goal is to book appointments and provide fantastic experience. I'm I'm happy, upbeat, friendly, but I'm not going to call anybody dude. You know, it's like giving it the style guidelines or parameters that it needs to play within. We're telling it what sandbox it's in so it can do its job.
So under each section, so we've got the context, we've got objective, style, tone. We should go in and update those sections with how we want it to work.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah. One word of warning, be very careful with style and tone, because the English language is such a beautiful thing. One small word can make a huge impact. So concise, friendly, helpful, those tend to be three like cores that we have. But if you adjust that, or I should say when you adjust that, because you're going to go in and adjust it, take the same 5 questions or 3 questions and ask the AI the exact same 3 questions before and after you change the prompt. So that like go change one word in the prompt and ask it the same question that you just asked it.
Yeah.
And you can see how the output is changed by that one word in the prompt. It's shocking how much a word like professional, like you would think that professional is a good word to have in your prompt. But if you do too much, like I want you to be professional, knowledgeable, and formal, right? All of a sudden you're talking to a lawyer from New York, and it's like, ooh, too much, you know.
So would
here.
you suggest we just leave style and tone the way you have it in the sheet and then adjust everything else?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And know that we default here to be a little bit more casual with our client communication, because we believe that people do business with people, and that conversational friendly approach goes a lot longer than the suited, super regimented type communication.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, great to have you on the call, Mike. And we will, we got a couple more here. I know we're a couple of minutes over. We'll get a couple of more questions in here. But was this valuable? Just a quick showing of thumbs or hands or comments or whatever it is. Is this helpful? Okay. Build It with Chris is, it's super important to me that you get tremendous value from this. And we work super hard behind the scenes, making sure that we've got great content for you. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Josh, you are next up. Oh, sorry.
Hey, how's it going? I just had a quick question with regards to, you have the conversation AI that we're training, but then you create workflows and they don't seem to connect because you had to kind of train the bot within workflows.
Uh-huh.
So I had a question about that, but number 2 is like the conversation
Hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
I can only do one question at a time.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Typical dude. So, okay. So you asked a great question. So conversational AI is outside of all that. So when you're inside a workflow, so all my loan officer CRM people, okay, we're all family here. But if you're navigating along with me inside the CRM, we go to automations and we go to workflows. So these are all of the pre-done campaigns that we have built for all of our users. Database, qualified agents, past referral partners, you name it, you're in the mortgage business, we've got a campaign for it most likely, or a workflow for it, excuse me. When you come into the workflow, and I'm just gonna pick any random workflow except for those two, because those are pretty deep. Okay, so we'll just take this one here, and we've got this lead conversion workflow. So here, a lead comes in, it's assigned to a user, it's assigned to a workflow. We're going to create an opportunity, notify somebody that the lead came in, and then start sending emails. When these email or text responses come back, it's going to wait for a couple of minutes and then wait for a response, right? If at this point we want the conversation AI to kick in and help with those responses, we click this plus button, type in conversation AI, select the conversation AI, and then you insert here message. So that would be contact. Oh no, here, message body. And then save that action. And then this would be, so I'd have to build a couple of these, one for text, one for email. And then save the action, and voila. So it'll take this text message, feed it into the conversation AI, and the conversation AI, based on all of the knowledge that we've already programmed into it in the back end, it will have the conversation inside the workflow with the person. So that's how you take the conversation AI and then apply it to a workflow.
Got it. Okay.
Question
Cool.
number 2.
I think that kind of answered. I'm just kind of jumping into one here real quick to look at it, because that's the wrong one to jump into. But when you have them set up, when you originally purchase Loan Officer CRM, it's not using conversational AI. Should I be changing those? And
No, not in the beginning phases. My personal recommendation is that you launch the workflows as they are. They work. It's just hands down, and then just watch the conversations. Then as you're getting questions, take them and put them into the conversation AI. Work for the first 2 or 3 months. Take the question, put it in, make the answer, question, answer, question, answer. Use the system and use the conversations to build the AI engine in the background.
okay,
And then when you feel like you've got enough information into it, then you can work with your success coach and start to turn it on in specific campaigns and workflows. But you're probably too soon in the process now to just turn it on and let it go wild. You want to train it so that it's like you. And then when you turn it on, it's just phenomenal.
got it. Okay, yeah, because right now it's set up where every time someone responds in the workflows, it sends it to ChatGPT, and then we're asked to confirm. So at some point that transitions from that to a conversational AI prompt instead.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And you have to think about the conversation AI and the workflows as almost like a guideline for the conversation, because it will see it, it will respond to it, but then it has to do something with it. So it's got to be like, so we have one of these built, and we're going to demo this in the next couple of weeks here on Build It with Chris, but we have one of
Okay.
these already built for you just to convert mortgage leads.
Okay.
But the way that it works is the conversation comes in and the conversation AI asks the question, like, are you looking to purchase or refinance?
Mhm.
And the person, it doesn't matter what the person responds back with, they will tell us, hey, I'm looking to purchase, or I'm looking to refi, or I have a question. Well, there's 3 branches that come out the bottom of the conversation AI: purchase, refinance,
Got it.
random question. Then there's another conversation in there, and you've got to write another prompt for that.
Yeah.
So we have one designed to convert leads. Just off the top of my head, I think we have almost 40 different individually written prompts for taking somebody through a mortgage application process.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you really got to think about how you want the conversation to flow in order to install conversation AI in a workflow.
Got it. Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, that answers my question for now. I appreciate it.
Hey, happy to be here. Chris, thanks for being on the call, brother. Great to see you in the chat. I apologize, I haven't had the chat up the whole time, but I have been seeing Ben and the team with some phenomenal responses popping up there. So thank you, everybody, for managing the chat. John, take us home, wrap us up with our final question here, and
So you say there's 4 things a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for meetings. Yeah, I have never gotten an invitation, any of those. Where do I get those?
so those are, well, I will have Justin send them to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, or a member of the team. Ben, can you make sure that John gets an invitation to the open office hours calls? Awesome. So, John,
Perfect. Thanks, Ben. Thank
we've got
you.
you.
Chris?
No problem. We've got you, and it's great to have you here. I do want to demo one last thing. This will
Hey,
take.
Chris, are you gonna do open office hours at a different time? Because it's always between call stars for me.
So there's 4 hours of those open calls every day. Now they are on Eastern time, but I think the
Okay.
team will have to say, but I think they go from 10 until 3, I think.
So right now we've got them going from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So we've got a call at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, and 3 p.m. Other than that, if you can't make any of those, you are welcome to book a support call with any of our support specialists and success coaches here. All you got to do is shoot an email over to support@connectionincorporated.com. and the team's happy to jump on a quick call with you, and we'll set up a one-on-one.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Glenn. And one final thing inside the CRM, we just launched this week. There's this live AI chat support menu that's popped up on the left-hand side. If you click on that, it's going to open up ChatGPT. We've built a custom GPT just for our members and the CRM. So any question that you have about the CRM, you can go here to this custom GPT, ask any question that you have about the CRM, and it's fully trained on every support ticket we've ever done, our best responses to most of the customer support. So if you're plugging away at 2 o'clock in the morning and you run into a problem and you need an answer, this 24/7 AI assistant is here for you, and it has most of the knowledge about the campaigns, workflows, how the software works, everything. So this is a custom GPT that we've built for members so that you've got access to kind of like 24/7 support powered by AI. So that's a brand new support resource that we've launched this week for members.
And how did you get there? I'm sorry, I missed it.
On the left-hand side, there is a menu on
The green arrow.
live AI chat support on the left-hand side. It's right underneath the mobile app.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Nope, no problem at all. Okay. Well, a Friday afternoon of a long weekend. I sincerely appreciate y'all attending Build It with Chris. I hope that you enjoyed this week's training. There is no Loan Officer Breakfast Club on Monday morning, so we will see you on Tuesday morning on Loan Officer Breakfast Club and in our trainings. I hope everybody has a phenomenal long weekend. If you're not inside the Loan Officer CRM, we would love to see you in there. And much love. Happy Friday. See you next week.